Now, one of our great sources calls into the Alex Jones Show regularly now, and it's Zach, and he continues to give us great intel, cutting-edge intel, ahead-of-the-time intel, again, tomorrow's news today, next year's news today type stuff. So the Super Bowl is this weekend, and he calls in to discuss not only what happened with the train crash yesterday, which I think we can all pretty much reason and figure that for ourselves. We'll just leave it right there. But why is the Super Bowl being in Minnesota a key issue? And why is it right now with the deep state in total panic and the Super Bowl this weekend really dangerous timing? Here's the clip from the Alex Jones Show today with our source, Zach.
What's the false flag intel you've got? Can it be stopped? And then how does it tie in to the next shoe to drop and what you're expecting them to try next and what is in the memo?
Okay, so there's a couple false flags that occurred in the weeks prior, and we haven't slowed down. They've all been foiled. I mean, if you want to go to Hawaii, if you want to go to a couple other things that we could get into after we get into this, but the Super Bowl false flag, what I need your guys to do there, your crew and all the InfoWars at home, is you just get on the FBI Twitter right now, look at what they posted today, look what they posted yesterday. These creepy videos about how big their security is going to be, they're running drills, exercises. This is all their public push, and look into the typography on the videos that they have posted on their Twitter. You can pick it up right now. I have my own intel that we're going to get into, but just publicly what they're doing. Obviously, there's a war between the White House and the FBI. That's no big secret. But when you start looking at very unconventional postings about the FBI bloating and kind of floating about exercises and this amount of power they have over the Super Bowl this weekend on their public forum, which they've never done. Maybe Trump has sort of change that zeitgeist, but yeah, just look at their things and look, the chatter's out there. I can't get into certain speculations, but the word on the street is this, and this is credible, and everyone who knows what they're looking at is looking at this, and this is on blotters. Intelligence communities are looking at this. There's an attack planned for this weekend at the Super Bowl. During the State of the Union, you have Trump. First of all, throughout the entire year, Trump's been at war with the NFL and the kneeling. He brings them up. Obviously, all the stuff with the FBI and the NFL as of late. There's a credible threat this weekend, and on the world stage, the biggest stage in Minneapolis. In Minneapolis, Minnesota, Little Mogadishu, the biggest Somali community outside of Somalia. So it's credible, it's real. They always have exercises and these sort of things going on. While these are going on, to have one of their wind-up cutouts do something right underneath their nose for the world to see, and they are in a desperate measure here. They've continued to do false flags for many months that Trump has neutralized and sort of, played this sort of 5D Zen chess with them. But they need to know that they're desperate, and doesn't mean that, something, that they could pull something off here, because there are credible threats. This weekend, they're trying to pull off something big. It could have a dirty bomb effect for the world to see. They would love nothing more to embarrass the American people, hurt the American people, and hurt Trump. The city is set and setting perfect for this sort of thing, and this is not just a stretch by my part. That's why nobody's kind of been talking about it, but the threats are out there. There's chatter out there. We're tracking it, but so is the FBI. But to be honest, we can't trust them. So we're going to need to sort of be very, very vigilant and try to stop this right here. This is very serious. This is very credible. Hasn't been in the news, but make no mistake, a lot of people know about this. And it's obvious it's going to be many Somalis. Unfortunately, it's going to be many Somali individuals. We've heard. They're going for their last grasp. But what we have to understand is this. We hear everything they're doing. We see everything they're doing. So these individuals are desperate, and they've picked their sides. I'm hoping that they have a change of heart. And we have to understand that the State of the Union really publicly changed the momentum of a lot of things. And the people on the left that are not going along with this, I just don't get it. But again, you know, a lot of these individuals, they're afraid if they don't go on with the mission, if they don't carry it out, that they'll be murdered themselves. But they need to come out as whistleblowers. And I think a lot of individuals, whether you're a legislator, whether you're a soldier, whether you're an intelligence analyst or operator, you could fall victim to this. And we need to open our eyes and have faith and realize this is real life. Be loyal. Don't do this, okay? Don't do this. These false flags don't end well. And the people who are funding this, these elites on the left and the deep state actors, even deeper entrenched, how do you think this ends? It's over. The writing's on the wall. They're like,
well, I told Mike Adams off air and everybody else in the studio, I said, I've never felt this much energy, this much spidey senses, they say, sixth sense that something huge is about to happen. And I feel good rising and evil rising, and you see it as well. But that's why Trump said, oh, I'll talk to the FBI director maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. That was signaling your whole thing's going to be exposed within. You won't even want the interview, Mueller.
They were going to pull off several attacks all at once around the stadium. I shouldn't say they were, you know, it's still going on, but hopefully we could stop it here. Several attacks to cause panic, herd individuals into a certain location, and detonate a dirty bomb for the world to see on the world stage to embarrass Trump, to embarrass the economy in little Mogadishu, and this ties everything, and it would act as a distraction and an absolute...
Well, that's right, because Trump didn't back down with Vegas, which goes right after his pocketbook hotels and things, exactly.
So you heard one of the points in Zach's call there was that the FBI is at war with the White House right now. And Trump gave a speech today that was kind of the type of speech you would expect from President Trump. He did hammer the Democrats, but more so touting his policy success. But then Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell did a press conference, and Paul Ryan was constantly questioned about the memo. It seems pretty clear now. It seems pretty clear to everyone involved that certain members of the FBI were in cahoots with Clinton and Obama and clearly partisan, clearly biased, and clearly part of a quote-unquote secret society off the record, trying to manipulate and control things for themselves. And of course, the biggest agenda on that front was to stop President Trump. And then after they couldn't stop him, to try to remove him from office. Now, here's our own Roger Stone breaking down what's going on exactly with President Trump and the directors of the FBI and CIA.
This is Roger Stone reporting from London for InfoWars. So the directors of the FBI and the CIA, appointed by President Donald Trump, are opposing the release of the Devin Nunes memo that'll exonerate Trump in the Russian collusion delusion and expose the massive deep state plot to take him down in a coup d'etat. What's wrong with this picture?
Now, I'll say from looking into this, it seems to me that Wray wants it released, but is kind of also guarding the FBI at the same time. And then Pompeo, I haven't really seen much comment from Pompeo at all. However, it does seem that Rod Rosenstein is the one freaking out major here. Rod Rosenstein is the one freaking out royal here. Of course, Rod Rosenstein was part of the quote-unquote secret society. Oh, no. Don't take my word for it. Just look at the text messages from FBI agent Peter Strzok, who was in charge of interviewing Hillary Clinton and wrote her off before the investigation actually happened. So all of this is going on. This is the American Revolution. I mean, all the focus right now is saving America from the deep state that was going to bring it down with Hillary Clinton.